Hey, how's it going? Checking in for today. Quite a tiring start to the week, actually. Another fairly productive one. Tell you what, I do get a lot more done when I'm working off a list. I've got like three things that I write down as well, at the beginning of the day. So I've got my notes for the day with got my focus, what the major things that are that I need to work on today. I've got my schedule appointments I got on the calendar. I also have my food and my training blocked in there as well, so I know exactly what I'm going to be eating for lunch and dinner anyway, and my training, what I'm going to be doing. And I've got my time blocks, 25-minute time blocks through the day. It's 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off, and how many of them have I got? Which ones have I got things in for already that I need to do? And then I kind of book in essentially the tasks that I've got, which should be related largely to the major focus. I book them in, but I also have three words in here, or three things that I want to, ways that I want to show up for me to show up during the day. And those three things today, as they have been for the last few days, are focused and indistractable, energized and engaged, and calm and centered. And that's been really helping, actually, deciding in advance of the day, at the beginning of the day, like what's important for me to be, not just the things that I want to do. I mean, focused and indistractable, for example. I've got my, where is it? Oh, I've lost it now. To find that, that's my stone of focus. I've got a little gemstone, and I use that I stick it on the laptop when I'm working on something that I just have to be really focused on. And then anytime I get tempted to have a quick check of this or a quick look at that, I see the stone and get my head back in the game again, so I don't get distracted. So that's been helping too. But the consequence of that is that I'm doing a lot more work, and that's harder work. It's good, it's engaging, as per the second one, energized and engaged. I definitely feel like that's how I'm showing up. But I was on a coaching call with my coach this afternoon, William, and we did a lot of, it was 2 hours, flagging a little bit towards the end, I must admit, but it was very, very useful. Lots of good stuff. We talked a lot about Boost and my online programs last session, and today we talked about speaking. He's also a member of the Professional Speaking Association, so we talked a little bit about speaker factor and kind of how to capitalize a little bit more on that as well on my regional final victory from last week. And not just how I can tweak and improve and test out different versions of the same speech, but how I can use that as sort of leverage networking and also with approaching people as well about speaking. So we did a lot of other, we went through a lot of other ideas as well, some more strategic things, but also some tactical things that I can start doing, and I can start doing very easily as well. Even things that I have done in the past that I can start redoing again to drive the speaking goals, drive towards the speaking goals, which is why it's super relevant for these videos. Some of it's based on LinkedIn and some slightly different strategies with that. I've been a bit just off the board with LinkedIn for a few months now, actually, not being as hot on it as I had been. So I can start that back up again with a slightly different approach. We talk about the phone calls and my love of making them, and a couple of different ways around that as well, which is also quite exciting. And just generally feeling like I got a good week this week of some various different various a variety of different things. So lots of coaching, I've got a lot of writing to do for this Thrive course, which I'm really getting into, and it's really helping me to focus my thoughts and ideas into this framework. But I'm also presenting on Wednesday for another company, Valneva, who is I think I pronounced that right, sort of off the top of my head. They are a pharmaceutical or life sciences company, and I'm doing a session with a small team, just 6 of them, on Wednesday at one of their weekly meetings on basically how to thrive. But it'll be a bit more, it'll be very specific to them and their situation, but really looking forward to that, delivering that session. It's a 60-minute session. And that's one of the ones that's come directly from me. So I think that's maybe why I'm looking forward to doing it so much. Not that I don't look forward to the others. Well, Nestle have come back and said they want to rebook me again for end of October, which is okay, for some of their clients. I did hear back from the PwC lady who is, I don't think I've mentioned it was PwC actually, but yeah, PwC over in the Middle East, looking at potentially doing some stuff with me as an associate to deliver some training for some of their clients out there on resilience and stress and well-being. So I think that's just going to take a little while to come through. She did get back to me, so she's still in the loop. She's watching the presentation that I gave last Tuesday night, and we'll touch bases probably at some point soon. Hopefully not too long. Anyway, things are happening. Things are moving forwards. I finished my deck for Camwell, which is the other company that I'm working through at the moment, Kirsten and her crew, and one of their clients that I'm presenting for in 2 weeks' time. I've got my deck ready because they wanted that Friday, just gone. Yeah, as I said, making progress. Today, no way would I have got all these things done or been this productive without having had this list, and I still a ton of things that I look at and think, blimey, I didn't do that, or I just wasted time there, or I just faffed around and fannied around there. But I'm giving myself a little bit more slack. The whole being happy with just being thing is starting to I'm starting to live it, not just think it. So anyway, there's the check-in for the day. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Give it a like. Give it a subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and check back in again tomorrow for another daily update. Bye for now.